Hi there, Cheeto Roses.
Welcome back to the Yui Cheweeb.
Today, we're going to be looking at the weirdest things people do when they're home alone. I'm actually home alone right now, and what am I doing? Making a YouTube video. It's pretty weird. I bet you don't do that. Now, these are all things that people actually do when they're home alone, and as this video goes on, they get weirder and weirder. So make sure you stick around to the end to see just how weird you are. Before we start, guys, I just want to point this out. Of all of you lovely people who watch my videos, there's a whopping 74.8% of you not subscribed. Well, that needs to change right now. So if you watch my videos and you enjoy them and I make you laugh, please do subscribe today. Thank you, love you. There's lots of crazy things you can do when you're home alone. I actually love being home alone because it just makes me feel free. I feel like I can do whatever I want. Okay, first thing on the list, 63% of people will do this. Check phone every 2 seconds. Yeah, it's true. You do, don't you? You just do. There's nothing else to do, so you just scroll on your phone. You may have to wait all night for something interesting to happen. It's true. The next thing, 42% of people do this. Listen to music. You can do this for an hour or the whole day. It is really up to you. Yeah, I do that. Also, you can sing as loud as you want and nobody will hear you. That's when your mum comes through the door and you haven't realised she's home yet. And it's really embarrassing. 40% of people will watch Netflix. Find a new show to binge. We highly recommend Lupin. I don't think I've seen Lupin. Have you seen Lupin? Yeah, I do that sometimes. I've been watching Black Mirror recently. I'm really behind on that. I've been watching that. It's good. Really weird, though. 30% of people will lie on a sofa bed, spread out like a starfish. Yeah, you can literally do whatever you want. Just sprint around the house naked if you want. Maybe that's just me. What's the weirdest thing you would do? Make sure you stick around to the end, guys, because the last things are pretty weird. I'd love to know if you would do them as well. 26% of people like to daydream. We all have done this, especially at school. I used to do this so much when I was in school, and the teachers would call me out for it. The teacher would be talking, and I'd zone out, and I'd honestly go to another planet. It's like, I'd be like... I'd just stare out the window. I don't even remember what I would think about. They'd be like, Jake, are you paying attention? I'd be like, what? 25% of people will play video games. More than 500 million people play a video game at least an hour each day. Wow, that just shows you how big the gaming industry is. That's crazy. I did not know it was that many people. That many people playing for that length of time as well. I mean, not that an hour's that long, but 1 billion people. That's insane. Yeah, I definitely play video games. I can rage as well. I don't have to worry about annoying my mum. 22% of people will sing out loud. See, I already mentioned that one. It's time to practice for all those X Factor auditions we dream about. Yeah, no way. There's a reason I wait till everybody has left the house to sing. 21% of people will do yoga. You can get ridiculously flexible if you do this twice a week. Have I done yoga when I'm home alone? I think I probably have, yeah. I do like a bit of yoga. You feel actually so good when you've stretched out. You just feel all limber. It's nice. I don't necessarily wait till I'm home alone to do it, though. 20% of people will pick their nose. Yeah, okay. Well, I've definitely done that. Did you know over 90% of people have admitted to eating their boogers? Oh, look, well, who hasn't? Who hasn't? It's extra protein. Yeah, I definitely have done that, and it's even worse when you get caught doing it. It's just bad, isn't it? 19% of people will take a bath. If you use the right bubble bath, it may also help soothe your skin. Having a bath when you're home alone is just amazing. It's the most relaxing thing ever. Unless you're one of those people that's constantly worried that there's going to be like a murderer around to kill you. It's really relaxing. 18% of people will watch an online class. That's the last thing I'd like to do. It may be boring, but it's better than doing nothing. I can think of so many other things I'd rather do than watch an online class when I'm home alone. 16% of people will go online shopping. Amazon Prime has 200 million members. Does it? It would be the 8th most populous country. I had no idea. 200 million members. How much is an Amazon Prime membership? It's like £6? Probably more than that. I can't even remember now, but that's a lot. No wonder Amazon's doing well. 15% of people will self-pleasure. Nope. Never. Never done that in my life. Never will. Jokes! This could be a good way to relieve stress and boost your mood. Yeah, true. What better time to do it than when you're home alone? 13% of people will shave. 32% of men and 11% of women shave every day. I don't shave every day. I'd say I shave maybe once a week, once every 5 or 6 days, something like that. But yeah, I don't clean shave. I just sort of trim and then tidy it up a little bit. But yeah, I don't necessarily also wait to be home alone to do that because my bathroom's got a lock. 12% of people will listen to an audiobook. Anyone can enjoy Oprah's soothing voice reading children's books. I've never listened to an audiobook. I'm not really a book kind of person. I'd rather watch YouTube or Netflix or something like that, but I think it's cool that people read books. 11% of people will pick ingrown hairs. I think what I'm gathering from this is when people are home alone, they take that time to do all the gross stuff. Just get that all out of their system and do what the hell they want without people's judgment. Ingrown hairs can be such a pain. Yeah, sometimes I get ingrown hairs on my face. Do you ever have that? No, probably not. Most of you are children. 9% of people will organize their music library. You can divide it into genres or moods. Oh my god, that's pretty organized. I definitely don't do that. I use YouTube Music. It's pretty good. So I don't really feel the need to do that, but those people must be pretty OCD. 8.5% of people will go to the cinema. Okay, so if they're home alone, they just don't want to be home alone. They want to go out to the cinema. Fair enough. Would you feel awkward doing this by yourself? No. I've never been to the cinema on my own before. I wouldn't have a problem with that. I think I'd be fine. 8% of people will go for a walk. 15 minutes of gentle walking will burn roughly 36 calories. So you don't want to be home alone, you just want to go for a walk. That's fair enough. I think I've done that before. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I have. I love a good old walk. Just a long time alone with me and my brain. I can't be left alone with myself for too long, otherwise just mayhem. I'll probably burn the house down or something. 7.5% of people will pee with the door open. You know what? I actually don't do that. I always lock the door when I go to the toilet, even when I'm home alone. Do you guys do that, or is it just me? You should double check there is no one home first. Yeah. That would be bad. 7% of people will make themselves cocktails. If you keep practicing, you could enter the bartender Olympics. Hell is the bartender Olympics? Well, so you're basically just becoming an alcoholic, essentially. Just drinking alone, making yourself cocktails. Or maybe you're just practicing being a bartender. 7% of people will do their makeup when they're home alone. Do all girls do this in their spare time? I don't know, girls. Let me know. 6.8% of people will talk out loud when they're home alone. Interesting. Narrate your life like you're filming a vlog or make the strangest sound effects. I mean, I do that anyway. I don't have to be home alone to do that. I would talk out loud all the time. I'm pretty much talking to myself at the moment. I'm literally just staring at a camera. There's nobody actually there. Apart from you guys. Hello. But yeah, I would talk to myself all the time. Maybe I'm crazy in the head. 6.5% of people will dance. You can dance like no one is watching because they aren't. That's great. Yeah. I don't really like dancing. I prefer singing badly. Yeah, dancing isn't really my thing as much, but some people do it. Fair enough. It's a good time to practice when you're home alone. 6% of people will go cycling. 58% of Americans don't wear helmets while cycling. I did not know that. I don't really like cycling on roads, but I like cycling in, off a road, like in the woods or something like that. Going down like an actual cycle path is pretty fun. But I don't like being on the road on a bike because I feel really exposed. Even if I've got a helmet on, it's just scary. 5.5% of people will raid the fridge. That's so true. That's such a good time to do it because nobody can stop you. Your mum's not there to say, no, Jake, don't eat any chocolate before dinner. You can just absolutely stuff your face. Who needs plates and forks when I can just use my hands? Yeah, that is so true. You ever have that really piggy moment where you just open the fridge, you stand there, and you just look at everything there is to eat? You just find yourself just shoving stuff in your face. Like sausage rolls, pork pies, packet of crisps. Oh, look, there's a yogurt. Just shove that down. You don't even bother getting a plate. You're just standing there, gorging. Remember to stick around to the end, guys, to see the last one. They are pretty darn weird. I'd love to know if you guys do them. 5% of people like to go swimming when they're home alone. Oh, what if you got an indoor pool and you're a rich bastard? While 80% of Americans say they could swim, only 56% can perform all 5 basic skills. What does it mean by all 5 basic skills? Are they talking about 5 different ways of swimming? But 5% of people, if they're home alone, will go swimming. I'm guessing they go to a local leisure centre or something. 5% of people surely don't have their own pool. 5% of people will look at photos. This is definitely something I've done. Reminisce over a vacation or time you spent with friends. I love doing this. I'm the kind of person that loves taking photos just to remind myself of, fun times. So sometimes it's nice to go back and look at photos with friends or family and just memories, 5% of people, when they're home alone, will twerk. Oh, you've watched yourself twerking in the mirror to see what it looks like. No, I haven't. You I'm going to try twerking now. Do you want to see? I literally have no idea how this is going to go. Why is it blurry? Go on, get a load of this. Right, I've embarrassed myself now. That's all you're getting. Oh, what the hell is wrong with me? That's great now. It's going to be on the internet for years. 4.5% of people will tidy their room. Who the hell tidies their room when they're home alone? You can definitely tell that's the OCD people. It's about time you remove that moldy pizza slice from underneath your bed. Fair enough if your room is that bad and you've got moldy food under your bed. If I'm home alone, the last thing I want to do is clean my room. I want to spend that time wanking. I'm joking. I want to spend that time on my own just doing what I want. I'd probably just watch YouTube videos, watch Netflix, just sprint around the house. It's so great. Okay, so this is literally the opposite end of the scale. 4% of people will make a mess when they're home alone. You can sprawl your clothes and dirty dishes everywhere without being judged. Yeah, fair enough. I'm actually not the kind of person to make a mess, but when you're home alone, it doesn't matter as long as you tidy it up before your parents get back. 3.5% of people will walk around naked. See, I said that earlier in the video. Oh God, I actually remember doing that as well when I was younger. Like, to be honest, I don't think I even needed to be home alone to go around naked. I remember being like 9 or 10 and I just wouldn't get dressed. And the only time I'd get dressed is when family was coming over. Oh God, why was I so weird? It's the only time you can do it and not have the police called on you. Yeah, it's true. It's so freeing as well. Everything hanging out, sprinting around. You know what? While making this video, I'm realizing just how weird I actually am. 3% of people will stare out the window, watch the world outside going by, or your neighbor eating his dinner. Do I stare out the window? Yeah, I do sometimes. Sometimes it's nice just to stand there with like a cup of tea, just watching the world go by. 2.5% of people will disconnect from technology. Do you think you could not go on your phone for the whole day? I actually think I would really struggle. The only time I have done this is when I'm distracted by something else. Like if I'm at a party or I'm on holiday and I'm doing loads of stuff. If I'm just at home all day, bored, I would really struggle to not go on my phone. Unless I've got some other kind of technology. If I'm watching Netflix. God, it's quite bad, isn't it? I'm probably addicted to my phone. It is also my work though. Like I use my phone for my work and entertainment. It's hard though. It's hard to go without it. Just 2% of people will stalk their exes. You can laugh at that they're dating someone else less attractive now, or cry. Well, luckily, I don't have any exes. I don't do that. I've never done that. But I can kind of see why people would. 2% of people will go down a YouTube rabbit hole. I have definitely been there. Are you in one now? Watching my video? Or maybe you're watching on Spotify. Hello. Yeah, I've definitely been down so many YouTube rabbit holes, honestly. This. Oh, God. It's so easy to do, though, isn't it? Because YouTube just knows what you want to watch so well. 2% of people will go into others' rooms. Yeah, this is where it gets weird. You can go in and look at their baseball card collection. Is that a euphemism? What the hell is that? Why would you go into somebody else's room to look at their baseball card collection? I'd be going through their diary and like that. 1.8% of people will stare into the mirror. Okay, it's a little bit weird. You can give yourself the greatest pep talk in the world. I've definitely never done that. Talking to myself in the mirror would just be kind of cringy. It'd be really weird to do. Literally, like I would feel like if I did that, I'd feel like I'm going insane. More than I already have. 1.6% of people will make a dessert. What's the best dessert you can make? I don't know what the best dessert. I've not really made many desserts. I like to give making a cheesecake a go. It's my favorite dessert. Probably wouldn't be very good at it though. 1.5% of people will talk to their pets. It's funny to think that you're home alone, but your pets are still around. So they're like seeing you sprint around your house naked, talking to yourself, just doing everything. Everything we've mentioned. They're just watching you do all that. You are not crazy. It is totally normal to talk to your pets, even your goldfish. Yeah, I talk to my cats all the time. They're great. They understand everything that I have to say. Just 1% of people will eat from a dirty plate. When left at room temperature, bacteria on a plate can double in 20 minutes. Oh, that is horrible. I did not know that. Well, I should probably stop doing that. No, I normally eat from a clean plate, but if it's my own dirty plate from like the day before, I don't really ever do that, to be fair. I'm pretty clean, I'd say. 1% of people will do a food challenge. How many grapes can you put in your mouth at once? Yeah, but then what if you start choking and there's nobody around to help you? Oh, God. That's like my worst fear is just choking to death on my own. 0.8% of people will sniff underwear. Ugh. Whose underwear though? Like, because surely you're only living with like your family or your parents. What? Ugh. Why would you want to smell your stinky underwear? Oh, your own? What the f? Why are some people so weird? Are you telling me there's people out there that get off to smelling their own underwear? That would be so weird. Imagine being like so attracted to yourself that, oh God, it's not. I just want to move on now. 0.5% of people will talk to their imaginary friend. Your imaginary friend could be better than your real friends. I've never had an imaginary friend, and the thought that some people sit at home alone talking to their imaginary friend makes me feel really weird. Like these people just sat there, nobody else around them, going,
Hello, Gregory. Would you like some more milk in your tea?
It's just so weird. But you know what? If that's you, fair enough. each to their own. 0.5% of people will cry to sad music. Sometimes it's just good to let it out. Yeah, you know what? I get it. I've never done that, but I can see why some people would want to do that. Sometimes it's nice to just let out emotions. It's the same with like watching a sad film, isn't it? Sometimes it's nice to do. 0.4% of people will walk on all fours. Who here still runs up the stairs on all fours? Me. It's just so good to do, isn't it? It's just fun. I feel like it's quicker as well. Just makes me feel more efficient. I wouldn't do it at school though. Okay, we're getting really weird now. We've made it to the last few, guys. So if you made it to the end, well done. Stick with me. 0.25% of people will sext. If you don't know what sexting is, it's basically when you're like typing sexy messages to somebody else. Get excited, I guess. It says 1 in 3 have shared an explicit photo without permission from the receiver. I don't know if it means receiver or sender, but basically I think what it's trying to say is if you send a photo, it's going to go out to that person and they're probably going to send it to somebody else. So don't ever send somebody an explicit photo or a nude photo. Sexting, have I ever done that when I'm home alone? No, I haven't, because I don't want people seeing my private parts. 0.1% of people will meditate. Did you know that meditation can make you live longer? I've never meditated before. I've done yoga, but I've not actually just sat there and gone... Yeah, it's probably a very good thing to do though. Let me know in the comments if you ever meditated. Okay, we have made it to the last two, and they're pretty darn weird. 0.007% of people will spy on their stepsister. Wow, you probably should not be left alone. No, you shouldn't. That is so weird. What are you doing, step bro? Oh god. Oh my god. I mean, when it says spying on stepsister, like how are they? Surely they're not home alone then, because their stepsister's also there. It depends what it means by spying on your stepsister, but yeah, that's really weird. Okay, we made it to the last one, guys. 0.0005% of people swim in the toilet when they're home alone. I don't know who would do this, but apparently some people do. Don't leave your kids at home alone. Oh, okay, I'm guessing it's like toddlers. Swimming in the toilet. How big is your toilet that you can swim in it? You just do lengths. Just do lengths in it. God, that's so funny. No, I can honestly say that I've never attempted to swim in my own toilet. Right, well, they are the weirdest things that people do when they're home alone, guys. Let me know what's the weirdest thing you've ever done when you're home alone. I'd love to know. I'd love to know just how weird you guys are. Before you go, guys, don't forget to like and subscribe. Take it easy, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!